and welcome back to Rosalia's Corner. My name is Rosalia, and oh my god, do I have a very exciting video for you today. So last week, I did a Q&A where I basically told you about myself, and a lot of the questions were about my songwriting and about my music and about when I started, how long it takes, all of those kind of things. So I came up with a very interesting idea to show you my songwriting journal from when I was 9 years old. This is my pink journal that I never even wrote a sticker on. It literally says sticker label to be applied here. I'll give you a brief little background into my songwriting. So as I just said, I've been writing songs since I was 9 years old. That takes us back to about 2012, but that is not when I first started making up songs. That is just when I first started documenting them. I thought I would share with you where it all started. So this book contains 5 years worth of songs. We started writing on the 26th of January 2012, so you can tell it was definitely like a new year, new me kind of vibe. So that is the very first page. And we end our journey on the 5th of September 2017. Now, obviously that is not when I stopped writing songs. That is just when I stopped writing in this book because I ended up getting a Samsung tablet and I thought writing all of my songs by typing was way easier than scribbling things out and writing them all in this notepad. It's funny though, because back when I was 15 and I was transitioning from this journal over to my tablet, obviously it felt so much easier to type everything. If I write something wrong, just backspace, so much easier. That's still what I do now, I just write it on my phone. But I do kind of regret that I don't have evidence of all the scribbled out words and stuff after 2017. This journal is such a treasure. This is the only evidence I have of a true songwriting journey, from having an idea, scribbling it out, trying again, Tipp-Axing it out, trying again, and the cycle repeats. So this may become a little series on this channel because I have a lot of songs, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. I have so many songs and I want to go through all of them with you because there's a little girl in these books who just wanted to get her songs be known, and I think I finally have the platform where I'm able to do that. So as much as this is for you to see my songwriting journey, it's also kind of for me and for the girl that started everything in this notepad. I think we should take a look. So obviously we start with the book like this, and it's very cute, love her. And on the very first page, we have this. I might insert some photos because it might be easier, but the very first page on the little cardboard says Rosalia's Songbook, and my first album will be called Follow the Music. I was convinced when I was 9 years old, the day I got this book, my album would be called Follow the Music. And then skip 5 years, I came back to this and I put, nope, first album, Walking on Concrete. And that will make no sense to you right now whatsoever, but Walking on Concrete would have been the first compilation of songs that I wrote where I was convinced this is going to be my first album. Walking on Concrete would be the accumulation of songs that I wrote at the very end of this book in 2017. That never really became an album. In my head, I do class it as my very first album that I ever wrote because I think it's stuck somewhere in there that is my very first album. I like to call it my ukulele album because I wrote all of those songs on Walking on Concrete back when I could only play the ukulele and I didn't play guitar yet. We will visit the Walking on Concrete soundtrack potentially in another video if you like what you're about to watch. Now, this was a very long introduction into this video, but let's get into the very first page. So I think what I'm going to do is do a bit of a dramatic reading of these songs, and maybe I'll try sing what I remember the tune being like. I'm going to preface this with all of these songs didn't have music. This was before I could play an instrument, so there's no guitar, no ukulele, nothing like that. It's just the tune I had in my head that I came up with when I was 9, 10, about that age. On the 26th of January 2012, I wrote a song, my very first song, called One Day on a Saturday Night. All verses with a bunch of arrows, in case you didn't know, that was going to be all of the verses. One day on a Saturday night, my little girl said, why? One day on a Saturday night, my little girl said, cry, cry, cry. You see me, ... You keep me going, ... Out to the bottom you see me, the one you know the way to be free from this to be. Oh, I love this song so much because I remember writing this. I remember sitting in the living room with my mum. She had this sofa chair that was by a window. She was watching TV and I was sat like hunched up in the chair with my knees to my chest, just like writing down this little tune that I had in my head all day. Let's give you a little reenactment of what the song is. Let's be serious. This is 9-year-old me's favourite song. One day on a Saturday night, my little girl said, why? One day on a Saturday night, my little girl said, cry. You see me? You keep me going out to the bottom, you see. You see me, the one you know, the way to be free from this to be. And then at the bottom, you can see there's a scribbled out bit that says, I know your face, I know your smile, I know you were my only child you want to be. I remember writing that and thinking, this is so dumb. What does this even mean? I don't have a child. I was 9. This song, now that I'm thinking about it, is giving me Uptown Girl. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god, that took me so long to think about. When I was 9, I was really obsessed with the song Uptown Girl. You know, Uptown Girl, she's been living in a white bread world. You know that bit where it goes, and when she's walking from her mind. That bit. I think that's what this song was influenced by, where it's like, my little girl said, why? So clearly I was a 9-year-old with exquisite music taste. Oh my god, love that for me. So moving on to the next song. This song was written on the 30th of January 2012. So she's a songwriter. This is 4 days after her first debut song, and she's written a second song. This is a complete mess. So it was originally called Fairy Castle. She couldn't spell castle twice. Then she changed it to fantasy because clearly writing castle was just too strenuous on her brain. So it's not called a fairy castle. It's called a fantasy. And I don't know how this song goes, so we're just going to do a dramatic reading of it. When I go to sleep at night, I think about all the things I have done, but then my mind starts spinning a lot. I know it's a fantasy. I go to sleep at night and start dreaming that I'm a pop star, I'm a beauty queen, and I'm an artist, but I'm just me in my own fairy fantasy, in my own world. When I go to school, they say you're not like me, but I don't care, because I'm just me, in my fairy fantasy. Fantasy, yeah. Fantasy, yeah. In my fantasy. I think the problem with Fairy Castle was that it was too many syllables, and I knew, I was a 9-year-old who knew syllables is important in a song, and Fairy Castle, way too many syllables. Fantasy, snappy, fantasy, fairy castle, yeah, 4 syllables, too many, fantasy. I honestly would have stuck with Fairy Castle. I'm just in my glitter pen lyric dreams, as Taylor Swift would say, and I was loving it, so that was my second song. So we come back in April, the 4th of April 2012, with a song called Hold On Tight. Now, at this stage in my life, I would take a lot of coaches to go see my family in London. So me and my mum would be on a coach a lot, and this probably was the Easter break, Easter holidays. So I bring my little notepad with me, and I'm like, right, I gotta write a song. We're on a coach journey. I got it. Hold on tight. We're E-W-E-R. We're going on a coach journey. We're going on a coach journey. We're spinning round and round. We're spinning round and round. We're on a coach journey. With W-E-V, we've got to hold on tight. We've got to hold on tight. We're going back and front, but we're running along. We've gotta hold on tight. That may be the best song I've ever written, and I probably wrote that in the span of maybe 3 minutes, if I'm lucky. And I love the little doodle that says chorus, just scribbled in the side there. I think that is a really good song that explains what was happening in that moment, that we were going on a coach journey, and in fact we did have to hold on tight, because we were going round and round, back and front, you know? It was a bumpy coach ride. So then the year passes, and it seems I didn't write any more songs until the 21st of December 2012 with a song called Someone Special. It starts off with a bunch of oh, 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 yeah, yeah, oh, 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 yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, but crossed out because that wasn't happening anymore. And there's also another yeah at the end of those sentences, but we don't want that anymore, so ignore that. This song I do kind of remember the tune of, so I might sing a bit of this afterwards, but I'll give you the dramatic reading first. Over the moonlight, across the sea, that someone special is looking for me. Oh, oh. ×2. When I fall, you take your time, I don't mind at all, as long as you are by my side. When I look at you, You look at me, you smile at me, and it makes me happy and free. Then I go back to the chorus. Do you know that sometimes I do things, when I look in your eyes, you see me like everyone else, but think of you as a wonderful person in my dreams. That's just me. Yeah. Course. I was going to say chorus. Is there any more to that song? No, that's it. Okay, she was onto something. She, at this point, is now 10 years old, and someone special is looking at her. I'm going to be completely honest. I looked like this when I was 10. No one special was looking at me. I'm going to be completely frank with you. Over the moonlight, across the sea, that someone special's looking for me. Oh, when I fall, you take your time, I don't mind at all. We then, apparently, jump a little bit, and we're now in 2014 with a song called Who Am I? It used to be called What Will Happen Next? Ring ring, ring ring, times 4. This song was inspired by the Hannah Montana song. It goes, you wake up, it's January and it's Monday, it looks like one of those rough days. Wake up, it's a beautiful morning, time flies when we're on our way, I don't know what will happen next, but it's around the corner on the next bend. And I was singing that as, wake up, it's a beautiful morning, time flies when we're on our way, help me find my way, I keep dreaming, I don't know who I am. Help me find my way till I find out who I am. Do-do-do-do. Till I find out who I am. Till I find out who I am. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I was imagining a guitar solo. I was 11 and I knew this song is a Hannah Montana song, it needs a guitar solo. Halfway through the day, understanding my way, I don't know what will happen next, but it's round the corner on the next bend. Simple, classy. PTO, that means please turn over. It's nighttime now, going to bed soon. Ooh ooh. Understanding my way, yeah. Around the corner to the next day. AA. I found it, I know who I am. I'm a person who understands the ways, not her ways, of every day. And now we've got a new chorus. I think I found my way, not dreaming. I now know who I am. I think I found my way. Now I found out who I am. Now I found out who I am. Now I've found out who I am. Honestly, that was a really big journey for her in the song. She didn't know who she was. Then she found out who she was. Honestly, very classy songwriting. I rate that. I really rate that. Right, I'd say there's about 4 more songs in this chapter of my life. So that song was the 19th of February. On the 26th of February, I write a new song, and I remember this song clear as day. I'm gonna blur out this person's name because I know he doesn't know that I exist anymore. He actually unfollowed me on Instagram like last year, and I was like, bro, what do I do to you? There was this guy, and he had a bit of a crush on me for a very long time of my life, and he made sure I was aware of it. I liked being friends with him. I didn't want anything more. This song is about a boy who has a crush on me, and well, I said no. I had to just be friends. By the way, all today. This was the time a guy confessed his liking towards me, and I was like, no. It was honestly a very awkward day. I was still 11? Oh my god, I went through a lot when I was 11. And this song is called Heartache. I've never felt like this before. Breaking someone's heart is just enough for now. It's all like a dream, but I open my eyes and I see it was all me. So she was aware. She was like, this guy likes me, and I've never felt like this before. And I broke his heart, and it was all my fault. Like, she knew what was happening. My world is turning around. I'm falling upside down. I don't know what to do. These are a lot of big feelings for an 11-year-old. I think I'm going to break. I've got a heartache. And then I crossed out. I think I've made a mistake about you. My head is saying first one thing. So she was like, oh my god, maybe I should have said yes. She was thinking about it. She was like, maybe she should have said yes. She should have had that first boyfriend experience. She thought, my head is saying one thing at first, but my heart comes in at the second verse. That really sets you up for the second verse. That's like, okay, the second verse is going to tell you something. She's holding it back a little bit, but it's coming, so just wait for it. So let's go to the second verse and let's see what this is all about. What is she hyping up? When will I get over it? One special thing is one special wish. I know it's been done, but I've got to stay strong. So what should I do? Ooh, ooh, ooh. What does that say? I know it's done something wrong. Now I'm singing this song, so what should I do? Oh, okay. So basically what happened there was, in my heart I was like, I've done something wrong, but there are a song about it. Then she's like, no, that's a bit too on the nose. Let's just take that back. I've got to stay strong, so what should I do? She knew in her heart, I know I've done something wrong, but I need to stay strong about this. Let's not give away all the feelings in the second verse, even though she said she was going to do that. So maybe her heart did come in the second verse, because she knew she had to stay strong. She didn't know if she was ever going to get over it. And then it's the chorus again. Honestly, Heartache, I think, is one of the most special songs I'd ever written. And I think I did a great job. I think I narrated those feelings perfectly well. There was a person, I broke his heart. I was questioning, was it the right thing to do? Yes or no? I don't know. Will I get over it? Will he get over it? I don't really care about him, to be honest. I just felt like a really guilty person. I've never felt like this before. Breaking someone's heart is just enough, and now it's all like a dream. I open my eyes and see it was all me. My world is turning around and I'm falling upside down. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to break. I've got a heartache. My head is saying one thing at first, but my heart comes in at the second verse. Because I cared about his feelings. I was just like, oh, I've made him sad. Oh dear. Am I going to lose a friend now? I don't really know. We come back to this story in a bit. This song is called Tomorrow. I ask this question every day, what will happen tomorrow? Will it be something magical or full of sorrow? This one doesn't have a date attached to it, so we're just gonna have to assume it's at some point between 2014 and 2015, I've got no idea. In my mind, there's lots of things, but one special wish. Will tomorrow be magical? Is my one special thing. Give me a reason why, give me an answer, give me a reason why there's no day like tomorrow. And this was another one of those Hannah Montana things where it would have been like, well, there's no day like tomorrow, do-do-do-do, well, there's no like that tomorrow, or whatever it goes. When I think about today, I know I go my way, but there's one special thing, which is one special wish. What will happen tomorrow? Honestly, not a big fan of that verse. I don't know what I know I go my way means. When I think about today, I know I go my way. I don't know what the special thing or the special wishes. I don't think I make that clear enough, but the song keeps going. So let's see if it gets any clearer. The chorus again, and then we go slow. Give me a reason why. Give me an answer. Give me a reason why. Why there's no day like tomorrow. 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 Tomorrow! Why there's no day like tomorrow. I don't know what was happening there. I don't know what she needed to know tomorrow. I don't know what was happening tomorrow. That sounds really stressful for her. I'm not going to lie. So now we enter the 2nd of June 2015, but I finished this song on the 4th of June 2015. So this was a 2-day song that it took to write. It's called To Stay Like This. And I seem to have started adding these little asterisk things to show where every line is. Yeah, at this point I would have been 12. It was a month before my 13th birthday. To stay like this. I remember what it was like when I first met you. It meant so much, but I told you way too soon. How I felt was so unreal, and then crossed out, feeling like I could hardly speak or breathe with you around, but I realised that would be the second part of the verse, so. Feeling like I could hardly speak or breathe, it was making me weak in the knees, and was getting so complicated, and I knew that you didn't like me, but when I thought about you, I felt so free. Girlie had a crush on someone. I genuinely have no idea who this song is about. I think I may have a hunch about this one guy, but I have no idea. So, I felt like I was falling from the sky, but I didn't want to break my wings. It meant so much to stay like this. I already know the truth, but I wish it was another way with you. But I didn't want to break my wings. It meant so much to stay like this. See, she knew if she tells this guy she likes him, she's gonna get hurt because she knows he doesn't like her back. She didn't want to break her wings. It's very self-explanatory, but I like the storytelling. I already know the truth, but I wish it was another way with you. I didn't want to break my wings. It meant so much to stay like this. How do I go back to where I was before? I'm going round in circles, but I can't hardly reach the floor. I don't know if that's the right language. I can't hardly reach the floor. No, I should have said, but I can hardly reach the floor. But I already know the truth. But I wish it was another way with you. But I didn't want to break my wings. It meant so much to stay like this. I felt like I was falling from the sky, but I didn't want to break my wings. It meant so much to stay like this times 2. Like this, it meant so much to stay like this. I think we've all felt that way. at some point in our lives. And I think that's a very good way of explaining a childhood crush, because this little feeling you have of liking this person means so much to you. You know he's not going to like you back. And if you tell him and release your inner secrets, you're going to get heartbroken and you'll never feel this warm butterfly-y warmth ever again, no matter how much it hurts. So I think Rosalia of 12 years old did a very good job at explaining that feeling. Right, so now we've reached our final song, which was Wednesday the 2nd of September 2015. Now I would have been 13. Normally I start school on around the 4th of September, 5th of September. So I'm not sure if I wrote this 2 days before going back into high school. So this song is calling back to that guy from the Heartache song. This guy had just announced to me, I think it was the summer before, that he was leaving the school to go to a different school. I had all those funny feelings. I think he still liked me. I don't really know what's happening there, but there was like a bittersweet goodbye because he was my friend. But it was weird, it was awkward. So I wrote this song called I'll Say Goodbye to You. Watching you stand there from the passenger side made me wonder if there's more to those curious eyes. Now, a funny thing about this line, specifically from the passenger side, because ever since I wrote this song in 2015 when I was 13 years old, all I wanted to do was write the song passenger side, passenger something into a song, and I did it. I wrote passenger seat in petals. There was something about the word passenger, passenger side, passenger something, I don't know what it was. Listening to the words I used to sing about you every day in my mind, I could never remember. Here I am thinking it through, the words I lost from speaking to you, because even though I spoke to him about him leaving, I didn't really express my feelings. I was just kind of a bit cold. I was just like, okay, have a great life. Do you remember the heartache that I felt? Heartache, going back to the song, very clever, we like calling back to songs. I was lost for words and speechless. It's a story I could retell, and you know what? She retells that story countless times in her life, because this guy that liked her, he was a huge part of her life, in the sense that he just kept coming back. I don't know. Hold on to what I thought you knew. I think I'm speaking to him, not to myself. Or maybe I was, I don't know. Try hold on to the memories that break through, all the laughs, all the joy from what I got from that boy. But knowing that my words just weren't enough, I'll say goodbye to you. Let me just sing that bit. All the laughs, all the joy from what I got from that boy. But knowing that my words just weren't enough, I'll say goodbye to you. Sitting here in all my empty space, writing these words down, but they're all misplaced. Honestly, true. A lot of this doesn't really make sense. Knowing you, it'll take a lot for me to come through. True. He would never really listen to me. I think he liked the idea of me, and he liked the idea that a girl was friends with him. I don't think he quite understood who I was as a person. To make you understand what's right and what's the truth, now that is hard hitting. Here I am, writing on walls, in big bold letters the reason, so I could feel strong. I love that. Here I am, writing on walls, in big bold letters the reason, so I could feel strong. Oh my god, I loved that. She didn't know what was going on. She was very confused with her feelings. Well, she didn't have a crush on this guy, but he liked her, but she was confused. Was she supposed to like him? Was she supposed to console him? He was leaving. She was very confused. And then back to the chorus again. I'll say goodbye to you. I'll say goodbye to you. And then we go back to the first verse. Watching you stand there from the passenger side made me wonder if there's more to those curious eyes. And that is the end of this part of reading Rosalia's songbook journal. A lot of thoughts coming from there, a lot of memories, to be honest, because we basically went through everything from being 9 years old to 13 years old. So 9 years old, where she's fantasizing about maybe people will look at her, they'll think of her as special. And then 13, where a guy did actually like her, but then she broke his heart and she was like, oh my god, all I ever wanted was for someone to like me, but I don't like you back. A lot of big feelings for that age, especially in the late of primary school and the very early of high school. So if you liked this kind of video, please let me know. There is so much left in this journal. Obviously, I told you we go all the way up to 2017 in this book, and there's so many songs in between the 2015 one to the 2017 one. So please let me know if you'd like to watch something like this again. I have so much fun writing songs and sharing my songs, and that girl in this book never thought her songs would ever get listened to. It's a miracle that I'm able to have a platform here where I can, even if only 2 or 3 people see it, I don't even really care. Leave a comment below. What was your favorite favorite song of mine or your favorite lyric? Which one hit you the most? Which one did you think was most impressive for a girl between the age of 9 to 13? Because I think there was some really strong imagery in a lot of those songs, which I think would be very hard for most people between that age to even be able to articulate. She knew what her feelings were, and she was making stories up, so she was pretty good at it. Leave a comment, what was your favorite song? What was your favorite lyric? Please leave a like on this video if you would like to see a second part to this video. I had so much fun. And subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Please subscribe, it'll help the algorithm know you like this kind of content and you want to see more of it. Thank you so much for watching this different video on my channel. I really want to do more of these, so just let me know if you want to see that. And yeah, thank you for sticking around. Bye!